guys, welcome to the new episode of our series. Today we're going to dig the trench, do the water test, show you how we picked all the rocks by hand, and show you how we prepared the trench for building the stem wall. Thanks for joining us today. This is Earth and Above. Okay, so now that we laid out the footprint of the house, we're gonna start digging the trench. But first we would like to explain to you the width of the trench and the walls that we're gonna build on top of it.
So we're gonna have the width of the trench being 50 centimeters, and then on top of it there's gonna be a stem wall 40 centimeters thick, and then the cob going on top of that is going to be 40 centimeters and tapering towards the top. Hey guys, so we already started digging the trench, and in the middle of it we had a day of rain, and so we found the first problem with our trench system. As you can see, the water collected in the lowest point of the trench. We can't have the water sitting at the bottom of the trench in any part of it, because it will eventually rise through the gravel and the rubble, and then through the pony wall or stem wall and into our cob walls. So we decided to fix the problem by simply adding another part to the trench, like a canal, that will bring the water down the hill.
I wish you had the spade right now.
Babe?
Spade. Spade. How do you want to open it?
Like an ignorant person. Yeah. Yeah, boy. More or less like that. Now that we finished digging the trench and we got to the depth that we wanted, and we made sure that it's more or less going downhill, we're gonna double check with a bucket of water to see if the water actually does go downhill and the weight from the side.
Okay, so we noticed that the water was puddling here and in our exit trench, so that means we have to make it deeper here, and on the very exit we have to make it deeper there, so all the water can drain out nicely.
Okay, so now we fixed the little place. No, not the little place.
Just keep going.
Okay, so now we fixed what was wrong with our trench, and we're gonna do a final pour to see whether the water gets blocked at some point again. So hopefully everything is gonna work out fine now.
You can pour everything fast. So as you can see, the water drains out nicely and it exits our trench and just goes into the forest. Hey guys, this is Future Hans. We're at the site at the moment. I can't show you too much because otherwise I would spoil it, but I wanted to show you today when it's raining that our exit trench is working. Remember, this is where we have the trench, and as you can see here, there's water running out of that hole down into the forest, just as we planned. So it's a great success. Okay, so after the successful water test, we lined the perimeter of the trench with landscape cloth, and we also put a pipe that is perforated only on one side, so on the lower side the water can still flow. The purpose of the landscape cloth is to keep the dust out of the trench, which will eventually clog it up and prevent the water from flowing. So, today we're going to pick up rubble from the ruin to fill our trench for the foundation. So let's take the cart and let's go. So we're at the site now, so let's start digging some rubble. So now that we got the rubble, let's take it back. That's where we temporarily dump our stuff, and today and the next coming of days we will have help from a friend that has a tractor, so he can help us to move the rubble towards the forest.
Okay, so now that we spent 3 days bringing this rubble all the way to the forest, we took a good look at it and we realized that this material is too brittle and not resistant enough for the foundation. The trench should be filled with a material that is really strong and is able to support the weight of the house and not fall apart into dust and little pieces that are just going to clog up the foundation and prevent the water from flowing properly and drain from the side. The solution that we found so far is to look for rocks in the field and hope that we'll find enough to fill up our trench. So let's go. So there we were, two idiots with a crazy idea to search through the entire vineyard for rocks. So we started out picking them by hand, and then we continued with a pickaxe, brought them down to the entrance, drove them up with the wheelbarrow or the cart, dumped it into the trench, and we did that for approximately 1 or 2 weeks, maybe even longer, and it was stupidly mind-numbing. You have no idea how tedious that work was. At certain points we actually had the feeling that we were going insane. But bit by bit we got to the point where the trench was almost full. So now we could go on our 2 months break to Sardinia, knowing that we almost finished the trench. And we volunteered in different places and had a very good time. But when we came back, we had a bad surprise. So we were away for a month and we just came back and we found the trench filled with dirt and leaves. I had covered it with part of the landscape cloth, but unfortunately that wasn't enough, and the soil from the middle part leaked into the trench, and now it's full of leaves and soil, which would obstruct the trench. So we decided to remove all the rocks and clean the trench and put them back in. Finally, after months of hard work, we managed to fill the trench. But this has not been the only thing that we worked on so far. It was a big part of the summer, but it's now autumn and we started back in February. Since then, we have collected canes for the roof and put them in a nice place to dry. We had to find the logs for making the... Oh, Hansi, why did you smile? Was it because I said roof and not ceiling? Finding the right logs that we will be using as beams for the roof, moving them, putting them in a nice place to dry. Those are all things that took up a lot of our time and a lot of work. We would have never been able to do a lot of those things without the help of other people, and we're super thankful to all our friends who helped us. We're really looking forward to next year, when in February we will start to build the pony wall and then later on finally build the cob walls. We're really looking... Basta.
Thank you so much for watching our videos. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, show us by giving us a thumbs up, leaving a comment, or subscribing to our channel, Earth and Above. Show your support by sharing our videos with your friends and family. It means a lot to us. Until then, see you in the next episode.